What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. Today we are in Nashville, Tennessee to go on a little long run of 26.2 miles, aka a marathon. We're gonna be fueling this run with BPN's new Go gels, and I will give you guys a review of what I think about the gels after this run and after I use them. So let's get into this long run. So I was in Nashville for a few weeks for work a couple months ago, and during that time I found this cool 30-mile route that unfortunately I wasn't able to run while I was here because I was injured, but I would end up running 5 to 6 miles and then getting on one of these B cycles and cycling the next 25 to 26 miles, and it was a blast. I enjoyed it, and now I'm fortunately here to be able to run it. And this route has some really unique features. We're about to get into one. It's an airfield that is connected to Shelby Bottoms Greenway, which is like just so cool, and I wish I was here all the time to enjoy it and get to run here. But yeah, let me show you the airfield. So here we are at the airfield. Basically two long straightaways that connect at the turn, and you're like, Hayden, that's super boring, like why is that cool? It's obviously cool because I can only imagine the PR attempts that I would want to attempt here, like trying to run a sub 5 minute mile, something flat and super straight, so you can just try to be as consistent as possible. Also, I was scrolling Instagram Reels last night and saw the hybrid athlete, the founder of BPN, Nick Bear, running here, and I was like, of course, game recognizes game. Of course he'd be running here. This is a really cool, unique spot, so if you're ever in Nashville, hit this place up. Okay, so the plan is to fuel with the Go gel every 5 miles, and we are at the first 5 miles. These Go gels are made up of 100 calories, 24 grams of carbs, and they are free of artificial ingredients. So they're made with whole food ingredients. It is the apple cinnamon flavor. I believe this is the only flavor that they offer at this time, but let's give it a try. Okay, that's good so far. I like the flavor. Definitely tastes cinnamon apple. I like it so far. So we have made it out of the Shelby Bottoms Greenway. I believe we're on the Magic City Bikeway right now, making our way downtown. If you're new to the channel, really the main reason I'm out here on this long run is to prepare for a world record attempt that my fiance and I are going to be attempting in 2 weeks. The furthest distance running while handcuffed, team of 2. So that's going to be an exciting video. If you're interested in watching that, subscribe so you'll see it whenever we post it. But yeah, we are 8 miles in, making our way downtown. So we have made it past the half marathon mark, and we are turning around to go back to where we started for it to be a full marathon. We have made it to the Tennessee Titans indoor practice facility, which is pretty cool. And I'd say it's pretty unique. I wish I could come here and run this route more often, but let's get into kind of reviewing the Go gel. Don't have a full review yet, but really 3 things I'm looking for whenever I'm looking for fueling my long runs or my races, and whenever it comes to running goos or gels. Number 1 is going to be, can my stomach handle it? The last thing you want on a long training run or a race is for the fuel to cause GI issues, and that's a no-go. We do not want anything to mess up our stomach during a race especially. Number 2 is going to be the consistency of the goo or gel. And number 3 is going to be the flavor. For right now, my go-to running supplement during races is goos, liquid goos. I like the consistency of them, how you can just basically just squeeze a shot of the liquid into your mouth, and it's not like the original goos where it's like really hard to chew and get down and you need water to get it down. Now with these Go gels, that is pretty much hitting all of the marks right now. I can't really speak for number 1 yet because we've only had 2 during this long run, and you know, there's still time for this to not go well with my stomach, which again, this is a very personal thing. Number 2, the consistency of these, great. Like, they're very more liquidy and not tough to get down. They're really easy to get down, rather. And number 3, the flavor. This is the only flavor they offer right now. I'm sure they will offer more flavors in the future. I didn't know what to think about the apple cinnamon before the run, but the second gel I've had of this, it's grown on me. I already like it, and I'm excited for mile 15 whenever we get our 3rd one in. All right, so we just hit the 20-mile mark, working on the second to last go gel. I'm starting to realize it was a bad idea to run a marathon after taking these straight out of the box. My feet are not liking me right now, but we're gonna wrap up these 6 miles. I'll see you whenever we get done. So we finally made it back from Nashville. It was originally a 3-hour drive from Nashville to Birmingham, but with traffic and 2 wrecks, it added an extra hour. So I'm finally home at 8 p.m. Harrison worked all day, a 12-hour shift. So basically I could go do whatever I wanted, basically. That's why I was able to go to Nashville. So we finished the long training run of a marathon, and a cyclist came up to me at my last mile. It's like, I think you're bleeding. And apparently I was bleeding for how long? I don't know.
From where?
The little speck.
Yeah.
But this shirt is ruins that I liked. Anyway, let's get into the Go Gel review. Now, I'm not like an expert reviewer. It's really as simple as, do I like it? Do I not like it? Why do I like it? Why do I not like it? I don't have a lot of goos or gels that I've tried to compare it to, or to know, like, this is the reason I like. Well, I mean, I guess I know why I would like something. But yeah, basically find something I like and then I stick to it. Harrison got me on the liquid goos, and we both just use those. I like the Go Gels. I talked earlier about my 3 things I'm looking for. Does it mess up my stomach? The consistency of it and the flavor. And the apple cinnamon, I'm surprised. I'm a big fan. And just for gets and shiggles, Harrison is she's gonna try one right after I get into my review. She's gonna try one and give you her review. Obviously, it's gonna basically just be a consistency and taste review or flavor review. But I like the Go Gels. They kind of remind me of the Spring Energy gels because they're both made from Whole Foods. So yeah, the flavor grew on me. A second goo, I really enjoyed it, and then I was looking forward to having another gel. I keep on calling them goos. Goos, gels, same thing, I guess. I was looking forward to having another one every 5 miles, and they taste good to me, and they didn't mess up my stomach. So I would rate this thumbs up. I don't know what to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, but a thumbs up. Maybe a 10 out of 10. If they're a 10 out of 10, if they're at Vitamin Shop and I can get them. I know BPN is in Vitamin Shop. I'm sure these will be at Vitamin Shop. It just makes it convenient to get instead of having to order it off bpn.com. If I have to just order them from BPN, it's probably going to be a 9 out of 10, but for convenience sake, but I'm sure they will be at Vitamin Shop. Also, one thing that's just really cool about BPN is that they are third-party tested for banned substances. So if you're a college athlete, pro athlete, in the military, anything like that, and you're worried about taking supplements and then being contaminated with stuff that could get you in trouble, BPN tests for that stuff, so you know you're not gonna get in trouble with any of that stuff. Now, without further ado, let's get into Harrison's review of basically just the consistency and the flavor.
I'm really excited about this because I've tried Spring Energy a couple times, so I'm a little new to the whole food idea as far as supplements go. So I'm interested to see if I like this flavor consistency. Wait, I just want to look at it. it's more of like it's more of a gel than I thought. Like the coloring and everything.
My first one, I didn't really know what to think, but my second one, it was really good, and I enjoyed it.
Hold on. It's like,
Tastes like apple cinnamon. Doesn't know.
yeah, it's like really sweet. It's
Absolutely.
sweeter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's maybe why I like it.
The consistency's good. It's not super gel-like, which I don't.
No, it's like easy to get down. Like
It's-
I mentioned earlier, how regular goos, they're hard to get down. That you like have to.
They're stickier.
Yeah.
I'd say they're between a gel goo type supplement and more like Spring Energy, like whole food type thing. It's like somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was easy to get down.
I like the cinnamon flavor added to it.
Right.
And I'm a fan of apple. I mean, can't really
She's
go wrong
She's
with
a
that.
fan of apples.
I'm
Okay.
a fan of apples.
Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I'd say it's a thumbs up. I like
We have, I think, 5 more, so you can test it. 4 or 5 more, you can test
Yeah,
it.
I want to try it on a run, and I'd like to try it cold.
Yeah, that's another thing that I could get into and ramble on about, as it doesn't taste good hot and cold, because carrying it on you, it can get warm. But yeah, that's gonna basically wrap up the video of running a marathon in Nashville and the Go Gel review. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out Harrison's channel. It'll be linked in the description of this video, and we will see you in the next video.